crack. Alright. Yeah. Sheesh. Sheesh. Arriba. Okay, yeah. Alright. Whew. Alright, what's good, y'all? We back on Grease Bab TV. We got another great episode of Genie Talks. We have Decolo. You feel me? Tell them about yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your childhood.
We're going all the way back?
All the way back.
Childhood, okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, Decolo. I'm an audio engineer, artist. Been doing it professionally since like 2013. From Denver, grew up in Aurora. Yeah. I mean, shit. I don't know what else. Let's see.
Like, what school did you go to?
I graduated from Eagle Crest. Went to 3 different high schools.
Okay.
And then I went to Texas Southern University in Houston, studied entertainment business, and came back and interned at a studio, and that's what got me where I'm at now.
Okay, there. Yeah. So we gonna get into all of that. So like you just mentioned the schools you went to. Did you do any other like extracurriculars? You know what I'm saying? Any sports or anything like that?
I mean, yeah, I was always into sports. As far as high school, though, I was one of the kids that was always grounded. My mom was strict, so she took sports away. I always played like club leagues, but as far as for the school, not really. But
okay.
That's really what got me into music, though, because I used to just be in my room with a spiral, just writing lyrics. And then one of my best friends to this day, I met him 9th grade, and he'd been doing it since he was like 8, so he showed me the ropes a lot. His name's Reef Khalil. I don't know if you heard of him.
Okay.
But yeah, he's out here. Showed me the ropes as far as recording yourself in free loops and shit. But then I moved to Texas when I was 15, and my friend Carlos showed me how to, I guess, mix myself better. And then it's just been a progression since then. Like every year, you know, I kept doing it, so you get better the more and more you do it.
Right. Were you ever in like band or choir or anything like that?
Nah, I mean, I feel like everyone in elementary school got to be in choir, but
yeah,
nothing serious. Yeah, I played Little Boy Blue in a play when I was like 8.
Oh, that's what's up.
You making me remember shit I forgot I remember. Yeah, I played Little Boy Blue in a play when I was like 8, but I think I had like 5 lines or some shit. But I've always liked the arts.
Oh, that's what's up. Would you ever like want to be an actor or something like that?
Low key, yeah. That was my first dream. Like, I used to watch Jim Carrey movies and be like, damn, that shit looks fun.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I'll get to it. I've been in a couple of music videos. I've been in some skits, but eventually I'll be in something that's a bigger production. I'm also getting into writing, like sitcom type shit. Because my first experience at a recording studio was interesting to say the least. So I don't think people will understand how wild that shit can get. So I'm just writing something about that.
Okay, about that whole experience. Okay.
And just in general, you know, like the more I talk to people, the more stories I remember from those times,
right,
or stories I hear from their experiences, that I'm like, man, people have no idea. I feel like they would love this shit.
Oh, we're gonna have to get one of those stories out of you before this is over. So would you say that you're an intellectual? Like, would you say you're a smart person?
Yeah, smart as fuck.
Yeah, because I feel like you have to be to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Plus, a lot of people don't know. I mean, you do a lot of shit. You record music. I've seen you behind the camera for 9 News.
Yeah.
You were just talking to Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You know, all types of stuff. Engineering. So yeah, I wanted to ask you that. So HBCU. I did want to get into that. I saw that you went to HBCU. How was that experience? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people. It's my sister went to HBCU. I went to a small school in South Dakota. It's just like a complete difference. The culture. I just want to talk about that. She went to Bethune-Cookman.
Okay. Cool. That's in Carolina?
That is in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Florida. Okay. Cool. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's one of the best decisions I ever made. As far as just personal development and identity. I don't want to get all logic, but you know, growing up biracial but only being with your white parent for so long, I just think there's a lot you miss out on that you don't even know you're missing until you're immersed in that type of culture. So my main motivations when I first went out there was because I got a scholarship. I felt like Houston would be good for my music, and I've always loved black women, so I was like, where else would be better? But when I got there, it really taught me what being black is, and opened my eyes to what you know, living in a black neighborhood is. So, and the amount of books I read and just experiences I got to tap in that people had to share with me, like it was the best thing I could have done for myself at that age.
That's super dope. That's super dope. I don't think a lot of people understand how much you could grow from going to HBCU. Like I wish I did, because like you say, like, you know what I'm saying, like it was black culture. Where I went to was white culture.
Yeah,
like literally.
You said Dakota, right?
Yeah, Spearfish, South Dakota, like
maybe some native.
yeah, I mean it's Native Americans, like the way I seen it, like there's not too many Native Americans out here in Colorado, or else if they are, I guess, I don't know where they are. I don't know if that came off.
They all look so different too. They're everywhere though.
Yeah, but no, I know for a fact there's a lot of Native Americans in Durango, Colorado, which is about 7 hours away, another small town and stuff like that.
I've been there. This shit sucks.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, basically the way I see it is like they kind of get treated like black folks do.
Especially in Canada.
Like, I was like, wow.
I know we're getting random as fuck, but have you ever seen the documentary about how racist Canadians are to Native Americans? Well, yeah, North American.
But I believe it.
Man, it's crazy.
I 100% believe it. But there's a lot of you know, there's so much stuff you can go into about that. But yeah. So basically, now I want to ask you, what type of music do you like to listen to? Like when you get in the car, like what?
My go-to is probably like R&B. So I like Sir a lot. Even shit I grew up with, like I'll just throw some random ones that people don't expect, but I think Craig David's a GOAT as far as his songwriting ability. Frank Ocean is my favorite. So those are the type of vibes I go for, you know. Masego sometimes, you know what I'm saying, just something groovy. But if I'm in a rap mood, I love Westside Boogie.
Okay.
He's probably my favorite rapper right now.
Yeah, he's definitely hard. I just watched his No Jumper interview the other day, actually.
Yeah, he's dope, man. And I got to see him live here not too long ago. He jumped out in the crowd, came right up to us.
Oh, that's what's up, though.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
So they was really rocking with him out here?
Well, it was a small show. When I pulled up to the venue, I didn't even know. I was like, are we at the wrong place? Because it was probably only big enough to hold like 150 people.
Oh, okay.
So when he jumped in the crowd, he jumped like right here. I was like, I got a video of it. The shit was crazy.
Wow.
But it let me know he still has a humble element, even though I think he's big time. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely big time now that he has Kendrick writing credits.
Right.
But before that, before they announced he wrote for Kendrick's project, I think he was still like a B-level rapper as far as fame.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy to even write on Kendrick's. Do you think having a writer takes away from how good an artist is? Like, do you think that takes away from like their originality, like what's really coming from their brain? Does that matter?
Damn, I don't know. As far as originality, maybe, because you're getting that influence from other people. But
right.
I think collaboration is how you make the best shit, honestly. All the hit records you remember, someone helped. You know what I mean? Nobody does all that shit by themselves, even if it's just someone coming in
right.
and saying that shit's whack. Then you change it, you know what I mean? Like, and they have a part of the process.
Right.
But I don't think anybody does anything alone. Ever since that Quentin Miller Drake shit, I think it got blown out of proportion. Like, you know, you want to bring in your own verse maybe, but as far as alterations and changing shit, or if you're writing on the spot, because I write for other people a lot, everyone tells you their idea and you kind of just roll with the best one. But it doesn't take away from your genius at all, because you might have come up with the best part. True. The best bar. You know what I mean? It's just teamwork.
Right.
You know? Nobody wants to be MJ on the Wizards.
True. But he's still MJ though. Really
He's still MJ, you get his respect, but the Bulls is what his legacy is.
Right. Cause I'm like, I just think what hurt people about Drake is like, so you ask people like, okay, so what do you like about Drake? Immediately they're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? He's a great lyricist. Immediately people are gonna say, you know what I'm saying? He's a great lyricist. So does that take away from him being a great lyricist now that you know that other people?
He's still a great lyricist.
Like, cause that song, I understand how, you know, like you get writer's credits if you just give people a couple lines and stuff, but that one was like a full song.
Yeah, he took the whole song. That's probably, what the issue was. He took the entire song, which is kind of weird because I don't see why that would even be fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get that, but I still think he's a great lyricist because of other shit he's done. And I don't think he has to prove himself to anybody either.
Right. But it's crazy because there's some great writers, bro. Like even Trev Rich, he's a great writer because literally he was like, I just wrote for G-Eazy. So I was just like, I'm not even gonna see what song it was. I'm just gonna listen to G-Eazy and just see if I could tell just by like what he's saying. And I swear, bro, I immediately knew it was Trev. Like just the whole.
Were you right?
Yeah, okay. Bro. Like I immediately knew. Like
what song was it?
I think it was. We can still be friends though. I think it's called like We Can Still Be Friends or something.
I'm about to play that shit in the car on the way home. Yeah, he's talented and it's been cool to see Trev's progression, you know, because he's getting paid from writing more so than, at least to my knowledge, more so than his own artistry.
Yeah, that shit's dope though. Like, man,
that's my goal. If I could just make money to write other people's shit and just not be bothered at the grocery store, that'd be great.
So that's your main goal, like
music-wise, I would love to get into publishing and just writing records for people. Obviously, I'll always want to have my own art as well.
Right.
But I do that for me. You know what I'm saying? I do it all for me, but the writing for other people I feel like would be an easier career path and a more fulfilling career path for me.
Okay.
Than to just, what they think about what I made for myself, what they think about, you know what I mean? That pressure is a lot, and I think I just had to be honest with myself at some point.
Okay. So if you were to make a song that just went stupid viral and like, would you take it and run with it, or would you really not even want to?
No, definitely. I'll capitalize on any opportunity that I get, but you know, as long as the aim is just making songs that I enjoy, I know that the rest will come with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if I can still maintain some level of normalcy in my life while still making money off music, that's success to me.
Okay.
And like I said, I want to get into acting and all this other shit. So the more time goes by, the more money I make doing what I do, and the more time it allows me to explore other creative ventures. So it'll come within time, you know.
So say you pick up another hobby like acting. Like, what would you have to take time off of? Like, would you slow down on engineering? Would you slow down on?
See, yeah, that's what I don't know. That's what I don't know. Honestly, my goal is to slow down on engineering before anything else because it pays me the least, and I also work with the most people I don't really like. So, you know, not everybody is fun. So, and that's just being honest.
Yeah.
I would never say who.
Right.
But not everybody is fun for me to work with.
Okay.
But with the film shit, that pays my bills. You know what I'm saying? More than anything. And I also learn something every time I'm out, you know what I mean? Like I filmed a surgery on a cadaver with this crazy ass machine. I filmed, like you said, with Peyton Manning, and you learn how he runs his business and what he's got going on. Like, there's something different every time. It's a cool experience. I like learning. But with the acting shit, I don't even know how I make money off that. I feel like that would just come with time. And like I said, I'm writing that script. I'm gonna try to pitch it to Netflix or something like that. If it's good.
The lane you're in, I mean, I just feel like you just gotta be in the right place and network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And as long as I'm paying my bills and having time to create shit, I know everything will be alright. So
No, that's super dope. So, when did you start making music? When did you start, you know what I'm saying, becoming an artist?
Someone just asked me this the other day. So, I mean, I've always been into music. I used to piss my dad off because I'd sing all the songs on the radio when I was like 6. He would change it to oldies channel, so I couldn't sing.
Oh, cry.
But then by 10, I was writing songs on, like, my mom had a typewriter, and I don't know why, I just would write raps about stupid shit like McDonald's or whatever. And I asked for this virtual DJ set for Christmas, and she got it for me. So that's the first time I started making beats and like writing lyrics. And did you ever play Coke Studios?
Mm-mm.
That was this game. It was like Sims, but Coke ran it. It was on their website.
Oh, okay.
You could make beats on there too.
Oh, that's dope.
It was real music centered. But I didn't really take it seriously until 14, 15, when I met my friend in world geography that I told you had been doing it since he was 8.
Okay.
And his aunt is in the industry and shit, so he got me taking it seriously. And then ever since then, just get better every year.
Is he still making music? Or
Yeah, he is. He's crazy. Like,
okay, shout out to him.
you know, when you've been doing something for that long, it's just second nature. He could write it. Have you ever seen like Trevor AP write a verse?
I've been in the studio one time when AP wrote a verse.
It takes him like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how this dude
pretty
is.
fast.
That's how this dude is. He's just like second nature. But he's kind of popping on TikTok now for conspiracy theory shit. He's one of those people. So, I don't know. It's interesting to see where he'll go with it too. Like, we both stayed the same, but we've evolved so much.
That's what's up, bro. So how'd you get into, you know, the camera work? I don't know necessarily, but what do you call it?
So I run audio, like the dude that holds the boom, the big
Okay.
mic with the fluffy shit.
Okay.
I do that for film, so I don't even touch the camera.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I got into it because when I worked at KMG, the first studio that I was talking about, we had an intern named Nick, and he was working audio and film for his father-in-law. His father-in-law passed away. He took over cameras and took over the business, and he needed someone to replace him. He remembered me, so he just hit me up, and been doing it ever since, man.
Wow.
Since November 2019, when COVID popped off.
Okay. That's dope.
First shoot was with Ron Miller. His closet, bigger than anywhere I've ever lived.
See, that's hard. That's crazy.
And you know I like glasses too.
Mm-hmm.
His glasses collection is insane, bro.
It's crazy.
He don't even wear like 90% of his shit.
No, that's super dope. That's super dope. So what do you like? What do you like to do the most? Out of all that?
I think working with someone who I really like their music is still my favorite. It feels the most like me. But I like balance, you know what I'm saying? So too much of anything is too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good at me. So when I was just doing engineering, I used to get burnt out because I'm just like, damn, I'm doing this all the time. And it just felt like a job. But having these different things to do helps. But all in all, my favorite is still music.
For sure. So who's the? Who are like some of the dopest artists you got to work with? Like, I'm not sure. You know, I'm not even sure like who all you've really worked with. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are some legendary sessions you've been a part of? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been a part of a lot, but I won't even say the best people I've gotten to work with, but people who I feel like push me to do new shit and make new sounds, which is what's fun to me, trying new shit. Rogelio, I don't know if you've seen him in my streams, Mexican dude. I like working with Damien because he's so quick, bro. Like, he'll write a verse in 5 minutes, whole song in 5 minutes, and then we can move on and we can do 10 songs and pick the 2 best ones. And he can almost hop on anything. And then I used to really like working with Tripper. I haven't worked with Tripper in a long time, but he's really talented. I'm not sure if he's still doing his thing or not, but those are also people I grew up with, so there's a different element to it too.
So who would you say is your top 5 favorite artists out here?
Damn, man. That's tough. I'm not even gonna go just rappers, right? I'm gonna go
Nah,
any
like
type
artists, like literally.
So artists, as far as, I don't know if I'll say favorite, like I'll listen to their shit every day, because even Rogelio makes shit that I wouldn't necessarily listen to every day. But people I respect and inspire me to do better myself. Rogelio's one of them.
Okay.
You know, produced by Carter. Have you heard of him? He's hard, bro. Ryan Allen, you heard of him? Hard.
You putting me on all these people.
Bro, he's hard. And all your people that you like, they've heard of these people, I promise you.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check them out though, for sure.
Let's see, that's 3. Damien, just because, bro, his confidence is crazy. It's almost insane. Like Kanye, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that being that confident in yourself can take you a long way.
For sure. And he's been doing it for a long time.
He has,
I went to
man.
school with Damien for 1 year.
Mullen?
Nah, CT.
CT,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So that's 4. And then 5, man. You know what? Just because he's my OG and I just saw him yesterday, I really fuck with Mike Coates. I don't know if you heard of him before.
What type of music does he make? Or what is
He does hip hop and R&B beats,
Okay.
but he's real tapped in. He's an OG out here. He's like 40s, but still cooking for the youngins.
Alright, period. Put us on, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on the younger side, you know what I mean?
You ever heard of the Food Chain?
Nope.
So
What's that?
they were popping. You remember when Priest was popping? You know who Priest is?
Nah, what's Priest?
Damn, you young.
Young, see? You
How
got
old
me
are you?
feeling bad. I just turned 25 yesterday.
Okay. So Priest, Trev, AP, Squizzy, like they all used to be Squizzy. That was like original Squizzy that I remember. Do you know who Black Pegasus is?
Yes.
Okay.
I know
So
Black
back in the
Pegasus.
day, like MySpace days, if you used to search Colorado rap,
Okay.
you would find Black Pegasus and Priest. Like they had the best search engine shit. Food Chain is along the same line, and Mike Coates was a producer in that group.
Okay.
So he's just still doing it now.
Oh, that's
He's
what's
still
up.
hard.
So, was that at the end of your list?
Yeah, I ended with Mike. So it was Rogelio, Ryan Allen, produced by Carter, Damien, and Mike Coates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period. So, for sure. So, what would you say the biggest pros and cons of being an engineer is? Or are?
The pros, the biggest pro is making money to make music, meeting new people, making music in general, you know, just the opportunity to make music regularly, and growing as an artist yourself because you learn shit you can use for your own shit. But which is why I originally got into engineering, because I wanted to make myself sound better. But I was good at it, so I just started doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The cons, I would say 80% of people are suck. Just for real. 80% of people suck.
What?
That might be the only con.
That's funny. I do.
That might be the only con. Because I love it when everyone's good.
So, like, what's the longest session somebody has booked that is just absolutely garbage?
Oh, man. This is my go-to. When I first got into engineering, right? I'm not gonna say their name. I don't even think they rap anymore, but
Nah, you don't gotta
this
say
dude booked a session with me, and he said, "I'm gonna buy a 10-hour block, and I want to record my whole project and mix it in 10 hours."
Okay.
And I was like, all right. I'm thinking in my head, like, he's gonna get to 10 hours and realize he probably needs at least another 10. Nah. He recorded, and the thing about rushing like that is it comes out sounding rushed.
Mm-hmm.
He recorded, bro. He recorded like 12 to 15 tracks in 10 hours. And I did mixes. By the end of that night, my ears were dead. His mixes sounded horrible. And he drew the cover art. It was just so bad, bro. Like, thank God I never had to work with him again, but that was wild. I just felt disrespected because it's like, you're expecting me to give you my quality work in that time frame, but also you're disrespecting the art. Like, this is not some, you know, what do they call, work line where you just assemble the shit and it's ready. Like, it takes a lot out of you.
Right.
But I also decided that day I would never do that shit again. So I had to learn. I did it because I wanted the money, but that was when I was first getting started too, so I needed experience.
Mm-hmm.
But never again, man. And that project, I Googled it the other day just to see if I could find it because it was so bad and it's just a memory. But I can't even find it. I took it off.
Oh.
All that for nothing.
That's tragic. That's real tragic.
If I can find it, I'll show you when we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the craziest story you have, like, in general about engineering? Like, has anyone ever like flipped out because they didn't like something, or?
So the craziest story I have in general, I have a million stories for how fucking crazy the owner of KMG is. You ever go to KMG?
Mm-mm.
You know Greg? I don't even care to say his name. He's crazy.
Greg. I don't even think I know who Greg is.
So, bro, he's
Talk
insane. Con man, Lil Man Syndrome. Just like, bro, all the things you could assemble, like that would make it really hard to work somewhere.
Dun dun.
I feel like that just was him. But I could go on for days with stories about him, but I'll just tell you a story about one of my sessions that was crazy. And they know this one too. We talk about this sometimes, but Trace, he booked a session one night, and do you know Bastard Hootie?
Nah.
So, Brofam, you heard of that, right?
Nah, you got me feeling like I don't know shit at this point.
So Trace, so you know how Trev, AP, all them, they're Squizzy.
Yeah.
Trace,
for sure.
Trace, East House, KMA, Bastard Hootie, and then they have friends. They're all part of, like, it's called Brofam.
Okay.
They don't really push it like they used to.
Right.
But it was a Brofam session, so Trace and Bastard Hootie were recording one night, and it was late. It was probably like 2 a.m., you know, and they booked like 5 hours. But they came in, and Trace always brought people with him, and they brought some women with them, and these women brought their cousin.
Okay.
And their cousin was, he was off something, bro. Like, whether it was psychedelic or something else. But he's tripping, bro, and he's like saying weird shit, leaving in and out, and they're trying to calm him down, and we're just trying to keep pushing and working. He leaves for a second, and they all leave to go smoke or something. A couple of them run back in, they're like, bro, you're not gonna believe what happened, something like that. The whole hallway is fucked or something. So I was like, how you fuck a whole hallway, you know? So I go out there, bro, fire extinguisher smoke everywhere, bro. And he didn't take it off the thing on the wall. He ripped the shit off the wall, so there was a big hole in the wall.
Oh, damn.
Then they were mad because he ruined their session. So then they're like, he ran away. And they came back a little bit later. He's laying down in a ditch with his pants off, face down. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Then Bastard Hootie was mad, so he was trying to fight him. Then the cops pulled up, bro. Anyways, long story short, they got banned for a couple months from the studio, and the owner of the studio had to pay to clean the whole ventilation for the entire building because there was other businesses. So it was just a wild, wild night.
Damn.
And I don't know if you've ever breathed in extinguisher smoke, but that shit'll fuck you up.
No, never.
It's really bad for you.
Nah. That's crazy because I've been seeing like pranks, people be squirting people in the face with that shit.
That shit'll fuck you up. That's not a cool prank.
Damn, I never knew that. I thought that shit just was harmless.
Nah, it's like you won't be able to breathe for a little bit.
Damn. Don't do that.
No.
I guess. Damn. That's honestly crazy. So, wow. So I was trying to find anything about you, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do some research. I saw you were doing vlogs, but it seemed like you stopped that. How come?
It takes a lot to set up that shit and put it together. I mean, you know, and then edit it and post it and stay consistent while also still doing everything else you gotta do. So it just became something that I'll do on occasion. I also think too much, you lose the effect of posting. You know, just for example, like Instagram, if you post every day, people stop giving a fuck. But if you only post once every 2-3 weeks, people get that notification, blah, 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 posted for the first time in a while. I don't know about you, but I'm more inclined to be like, what the fuck they post? They never post. I just think it became like that. So I still film in the sessions and put together stuff sometimes, but it's for the sessions that I know are gonna be, you know,
Funny.
Yeah, honestly, if they're gonna be funny, then I'll film them. Sometimes I don't have time to set up before the session starts. But yeah, I'll probably just start charging if people want to do that in their session if I don't want to do it myself.
Right.
But it's fun. I like the vlogs.
Oh, yeah.
I used to do a vlog back in the day. I wish I would have kept doing it because it was before studio vlogs popped off. And we started getting a good following, but it just fell off, man.
So, like, have you ever thought about, I know this is going to sound funny, like, have you ever thought about being a comedian or something? Because I see you always clowning somebody on Twitter, or even the vlog was hilarious as hell when you had the one artist talking shit about his auntie or whatever.
Oh, man. Too dope. Yeah, man. I've definitely thought about it. I think in my hierarchy of things, I would want to do acting and skits first, you know, sitcom shit. And then maybe one day stand-up. People tell me, bro, like every day that I should do stand-up. And I know I ain't said nothing too funny right now, but it's just, it's in the moment type shit. That's what makes me wonder, like, maybe I'm just funny in person. Like Mike Epps, I don't really like his stand-up, but he seemed like he'd be funny in person.
Oh, yeah. Like
or DC Young Fly, he seemed like he'd be funny in person, but his stand-up is alright. I don't know, I would have to figure it out, but I definitely be thinking some crazy shit. I've been told that I might have Asperger's before.
What?
Yeah, because my filter is just different. I don't be feeling like it's offensive. I feel like honesty is never offensive, but unless it's just for nothing.
That's constructive honesty. I mean, well, there is something like that where, like, Chris Rock, like, said, he's like, I don't know, it's like some type of, like, I think autism or something, where he doesn't understand, like, I don't know, people's reactions. Like, he doesn't understand the consequences of what he says, or something like that. Or
people are just different, you know. Like, sometimes I'll say something and everyone in the room goes, "Oh my god, you just said that," but it's just it's just being honest.
But you do be saying some hella hilarious shit on Twitter. Yeah. I'll be wondering. I'm like, damn, does the artist follow? Like, when you be saying stuff, do they follow you? Yeah, you just be talking shit anyway.
With the dude that dissed me off, though, his friend followed me first, and then he showed him. But he saw how many people responded to it, and he loved the attention, so he was cool with it.
That's comedy.
Yeah.
Because low-key, I be seeing that a lot, though. With people who, in the music scene, who deal with clients, they'll always just, you feel me, rant on.
And don't get me wrong, if I know it's so specific that the person is going to know it's them, I second guess whether I should post it or not. But if it's, a lot of times it's people that don't follow me, or people who I don't care to lose their business if they don't like it, you know what I mean? And that might sound like I'm being an asshole, but if you don't appreciate honesty and you suck, then, I mean, I don't care.
Right.
A lot of people, though, you be honest and they'll be like, all right, let's make it better. And I fuck with that.
Man, but that's just crazy. I'm happy I never sucked bad enough to where you were like, bro.
Nah, and your sessions are fun too.
You gotta like.
You know, I wouldn't even be over here to do this interview if I didn't fuck with your music.
Like, man, because I mean, I've been in like weird little sessions where I'm like, man, like, where somebody's just trying to do something and it's just not working, but they really want it to work, but it's just not working.
Yep.
So, what do you think Colorado needs? You feel me for you know, to get artists and just everybody on the scene over the hump to get to, you know what I'm saying, doing big things, getting deals, you know, or even, I don't even know, getting the focus of somebody can get big independently. Like what do we need? Or what are we lacking? I don't know.
I think part of it, obviously, is not having the industry have a staple out here in our city. You know, like it's the coasts or cities that are already developed.
Mm-hmm.
But I also just hate that people think about that shit so much. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you make a fire song, you got a fire visual, and you push it enough, you're gonna catch on. Whether you gotta go to a different city, like a lot of artists will do the small tours where they visit a few cities.
Right.
That's smart, you know what I mean? Like, get some fans somewhere else. People here know you, you know what I mean? You gotta go other places and get your shit in other people's faces.
Facts.
But I don't like the whole, man, Colorado this, Colorado that. LA, New York, they're not thinking New York this, New York, they're just thinking worldwide, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta stop thinking so here. That's why we're here, because we're just thinking about here.
Right.
I don't care. Like, if you're tight enough to hang with anyone from any city, that's when I care. Other than that, like, bro, shut up.
So do you think it starts with traveling, like getting out and networking in different different states and whatnot?
My personal opinion is people need to stop pushing albums and tapes so much and start pushing singles with good visuals, because that's going to be what people are attracted to online, to gain your fan base online. And then if you're going to perform, obviously perform here to get your performance down, to get better at it. Also because people here are your fans, but you got to go other places and network, or else no one will give a fuck.
Right. That's facts. That's big facts. So, that's really interesting. So do you think, like, I don't even know, like, so just pushing, do you think people aren't, I don't know, do you think people aren't necessarily investing enough into themselves, you know what I'm saying, to get onto these big blogs? Like, I don't even know, like, to pay for themselves to get onto a Say Cheese or a No Jumper or a...
I'm not sure if it's you talking about financially?
Yeah, like, do you think that's what it is? Like,
I think too many artists aren't willing to put more money into their craft, whether it's to get a good mix or to get a good video, or to pay to get a promotion on Instagram or YouTube, you know what I mean? I don't know about the blogs. The blogs are hit or miss. If you're on a blog as big as those ones, I guess it might make sense. But when you go to those blogs, I've never been on them. Do you just scroll until you find something you like?
Not necessarily.
Or is it a feature and they have features, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's just like, well, it depends like which blog you're talking about.
Is it possible to get drowned out if no one cares to click on your shit?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've seen people pay for blogs. I've seen people pay for blogs and it doesn't do nothing. Because people don't give a fuck about you.
Because they post 20 times a day. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's possible. It's super possible.
and I've done that, and I've seen people do that, and I'm learning from experience that it doesn't matter. I think the most effective thing to do is get a fire visual for a fire song, and pay for a promotion that you know will reach people, like YouTube promotions, Instagram promotions. You know what I mean? TikTok. Make short clips that you can put on TikTok.
TikTok algorithm is insane.
It's crazy. So I think that's what people should be focused on. Put the money in to get a good mix and master and a good visual, and the rest of your investment can just be pushing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, rappers be broke. We joke about this all the time at the studio.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And I get it, because we're all out here working, trying to pay our bills. It's expensive as fuck out here. So I never knock it. But the ones that I feel like have a chance to make it are the ones that find a way to put money into that shit.
Right. So, to change the topic a little bit, but it's kind of bouncing on the topic we already talked about. I know you like, you know what I'm saying, you like bounced around different studios, you know what I'm saying? So like what you know what I'm saying, like what necessarily is a good fit for you and like what didn't work for you at different studios? I guess I wanna know.
I've been doing it long enough to where I can work with any gear. Where I like to work comes down to the vibe. So obviously the more gear, the more fun. Like you get to play with different shit. But over that even is vibes and personalities. So the only time I've ever had an issue with any studio was due to personality conflict or the way they run their business, like bad business etiquette. If those things are good, I can work anywhere. So like I'm working out of Augmentish right now. The vibe is good there. I mean, you've been there. They got hella gear. It's homey, it's chill, you can just relax. But I also record out of Live on Broadway sometimes because you can smoke there and the business owners are some niggas. So you can relax in a different sense there. You know what I mean? You don't gotta worry about the neighborhood.
Exactly.
So it just depends on the vibe and who I'm working with and where I feel like working.
Period. So do you prefer one over the other?
I think both are important. It's just tough, man, because like Live on Broadway, I know they don't have the resources to have the gear that Augmentish has.
Right.
But they're just as fire. They make just as fire shit out of there that I would make out of Augmentish with less. So I don't think I really have a preference. It's just I let my clients and artists tell me their preference, and then I'll work with that.
Right. There. So I see like I guess you're like really into like your fitness journey, you know what I'm saying? Like how much would you say how much of a priority is fitness compared to everything else you do, you know what I'm saying? Like music and
I just try to make it a lifestyle. I just want to be healthy. Obviously I'm not, you know, The Rock, but I think you just feel better when you're active and it improves your quality of life. I mean, this is something we all know. It's
for sure.
But I like switching it up too. Like you see, I just started boxing. It's fun to try different forms of exercise. But this one's fun because I'm getting my hand game up, but I'm also getting that cardio.
So how'd you get into that in the first place?
I've always wanted to box ever since I was little, but my mom would never let me because she said it would give me brain damage, which is true. But which is true. But
well, technically, I mean, if you like Floyd Mayweather, take his little.
Yeah, but there's nobody out there that's Floyd Mayweather besides Floyd, you know.
True.
Or else he wouldn't be that rich. But I still wanted to train in it because I don't plan on fighting. I like the training.
Okay.
But Rogelio is who finally got me into it because he goes to the same boxing gym.
Okay.
He was like, you should come try it out. They got a free class. And I was like, you know what, it's time. I'm gonna try it out. And I liked it, so I just kept going, paid for the membership.
If your hands ever get really nice, you would have never want to, you know, just try it out, you know what I'm saying?
I might
spar
do
with somebody.
They have like charity events, like they had one last Thursday where one of our coaches and then like 3 of our fighters who are, one of them's older, a couple of them don't want to fight for real. They just did a charity event to fight. I might do something like that, but
that's what's up.
I would never go pro or anything.
Okay.
I mean, they still had headgear on and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up though, bro. A little boxing thing. So what can we expect from you, you know what I'm saying, in the future?
Specifically, I'm working on a record with Mike Coates, and I'm trying to get a video done for it as well that I hope to release in the next few months. I'm writing that sitcom I told you about. And yeah, just other than that, working. But just in general, just expect me to always be working on something creative with somebody. Whether I write for somebody else or write for myself. You know, just trying to stay consistent. That's the most important part to me.
Period. And what are your just main goals in life in general?
Professionally, I told you, as of right now, I want to get publishing, write for other people. Hopefully I can get that sitcom to pop off and get into acting at the same time. And just in general to always be able to pay my bills through creativity. I think that's when I feel the best.
Right. For sure. And would you, did you pull more hoes with or without hair?
Because I was a hoe more with hair. I think statistically I pulled more hoes with hair, but I think more hoes are into me without my hair.
Do you see
I get hit on more now.
Is there a difference of the type of women who come up to you now versus then?
No. I don't think so. It's crazy because, I think it's hard for every man to let their hair go, but I think I look better without hair, honestly, compared to when I look back. And I definitely get hit on more now. I'm just not as much of a hoe anymore.
Okay, so you just more.
I'm chilling.
You cool.
Yeah.
You cool with it. Period. So, yeah, bro.
What a wrap-up question.
Hey, plug in your socials, you know what I'm saying? Tell people where to find you, you know what I'm saying?
You can find me at Watch Decolo, no spaces, on everything. And Watch is regular, Decolo is just Denver, Colorado, abbreviated. So yeah, hit me up.
For sure. And just shout out Grease Bath TV.
Hey, shout out Grease Bath TV.
Yeah, for sure. We out. Thanks, bro, for coming.
Yeah, thank you, man.
This is a banger. And we out.
I'm finna get it crackin'. Alright. Yeah. Sheesh. Arriba. Okay, yeah.